my name is Becca. Welcome back to my channel where I share with you guys tons of content on lifestyle, pregnancy, and also my journey of going clean in 2019, where I am replacing all of my makeup and skincare products with only clean beauty by the time this year is over. Today we're going to do a first impression and wear test on the new ILIA Beauty Color Haze Multi Matte Pigment. Long name. I got the shade Waking Up. These retail for $32, and ILIA is a very popular brand in the clean beauty world, so their new releases are definitely very popular and very hyped up. So this is what it looks like. This is the little applicator right here that it comes with. And then there's a swatch on my hand of the shade Waking Up that I grabbed. Now these are $32 and they are for the cheeks and lips, and they're supposed to dry to a matte tint and be buildable. So today we're just gonna test it out and see how it wears. Getting right into it though, we're just gonna start. We're definitely gonna use it on the cheeks and the lips, and I think I'm gonna try to use it on my eyes before I finish my eyes. I do have my face of makeup on already. I did my skincare, primer, I did my foundation and concealer. I didn't set anything yet though because this is a cream product, so I didn't want to set anything and mess it up by having powder on my face. But we are gonna get right into it, and I'm actually gonna squeeze this onto my hand instead of just applying it right to my face, because I feel like that might be a little bit safer of a bet. And I do have both a beauty blender, I have a brush, and of course I have my fingers. So I think I'm gonna try the blender first for my cheeks and then see if I need to use my fingers or the brush as I go. So I'm just gonna kind of dab it into that so it doesn't get too much pigment at once, and start dabbing it in. Okay. They do have a good amount of pigment. You know, natural beauty products are definitely less pigmented than a lot of others. They are meant to also give you a more natural look in the first place. But I definitely like the color payoff that I'm getting already with just the beauty blender. So I think I'm just gonna go in with the blender and not worry about using a brush or anything right now. Wow, I actually really like the color payoff that I got from that. I'm gonna let it dry down quick, and then we're gonna go in with a second layer just because I do want to see if it is buildable like it says. But before that, we're gonna go in and try it on the lips. Now these do come in I think like 5 different shades, and they are sold on some different websites. I know they're on Petit Vour, so I will link that down below. They give you 20% back on your purchases, which is awesome, so you can redeem it later for money. So that's kind of like my favorite way. But I am just going to use this little flower brush. It's a concealer and lip brush. And I'm going to put some of that product on there, and I'm going to go in on my lips. Alright, so that is the color on the lips. It looks a little peachier to me than I thought it would be for sure, because this is the nude shade, but I don't mind it. It is pretty, just a little more peachy than I would usually go for. The last thing I'm going to do before I try to build up the color everywhere is I'm actually going to put this on my hand again and use a brush to put this in my crease and see if I can use it as a crease shade on my eyes. It doesn't specifically say with the product that you put it on your eyes as well, but I figured if it's a multi-use matte pigment, it should kind of work almost anywhere. So I figured why not try putting it on the eyes as well. And this is just a really thick, dense brush that I figured would kind of be the easiest to blend out the color before it dries. I do have concealer on my eyes. I don't have anything else though, but that is usually what I use as a primer anyway, so that's what works for me. Okay, yeah, this is definitely more peachy than I thought it would be for being the nude shade, of course, but I actually really do like it. So I basically am just gonna go in on the cheeks, lips, and eyes quick and see if I can build it up, because it does say it's supposed to be a buildable color, and then we are gonna wear test it for the day and see how it wears throughout the day. Alright you guys, so I went and finished my makeup. I just put on some highlighter and bronzer and of course put on some eyeliner and mascara and lashes. But I can definitely say that I definitely found the color to be buildable because you can definitely see the blush shade on my cheeks. I like to be able to see blush. I don't want it to be so natural that you don't know it's there. I like to have a little color. And at least on a first impression, you can definitely see some really pretty peachy nude color there. It definitely builds on the lips as well, but I will say it's not fully matte on the lips. There's a little bit of that like stick there on the lips, but that doesn't really bother me too much. We'll see how it wears throughout the day, if that bothers me more or if it gets like crunchy or gross at all. But it doesn't really bother me for right now as long as it doesn't like fade away kind of gross. And I think it looks perfectly fine on the eyes as well. It's not necessarily an eye product, it's not labeled as one, but I thought it'd be cool to put it in the crease as well and do kind of like a monochromatic look. But I'm gonna check in with you guys around 8 o'clock tonight after I've had a full 8 hours of makeup on so we can see how this wears throughout the day for a good like 8-hour day and just see how it fades, if I have to reapply, how the color wears. But at least for a first impression, I think these are really, really gorgeous and really, really easy to work with. Alright, hi y'all. So yes, I'm in a different outfit right now because I literally was about to go like take my makeup off, take a shower, and go to bed early because that is the pregnant life. But then I remembered I didn't do my check-in. So I've been wearing the makeup for around 8 hours now, and I have not touched up any of my makeup at all today. So I have not touched up the multi-use matte pigment. I do have some thoughts based on my first impressions and wear tests. So first of all, it totally does dry to like a really nice powder consistency on the cheeks, and it really doesn't seem to wear off. I'll show you guys an up close shot in a minute, but I really think that the color stayed on really, really well, especially for such a like natural product that usually is gonna fade a little bit. I really think it stayed on nicely, and I didn't set it, like I didn't put any powder over it at all, and it did not move, it didn't fade. Honestly, I think it looks really, really good still. On the lips, I did not touch this up on my lips at all either. So my lips right now are literally my lips with what I was wearing earlier when I put it on. And if you can see, the color is still there. I think it fades very nicely. I did just have dinner, so I had a salad, which is pretty messy, so it definitely breaks up product, but the product is definitely all still there. It faded really nice, and it didn't get like crumbly like I was kind of worried about, like I said earlier, since it does stay a tiny bit sticky. It didn't do that, so that's good. And honestly, I think the color stayed really nicely considering I didn't reapply it at all. And again, this isn't listed as being an eye product. If you can see, I do have creasing in my eye because I put a cream highlighter on my eye earlier, so that's what that's from, but the actual crease shade itself is still there. So overall, I really, really enjoyed this. I'm definitely going to try it with other products. I'm going to keep wearing it and see if I can get kind of a full review over time. I might do like a favorites and fails video monthly or something like that if you guys want to see something where I can put like a full review of the products that I test. If not, I will put them on my Instagram stories, of course, later on, but I might just do a favorites and fails video after I can wear them for a long time. But based on my first impression and wear test, this product I think is really, really nice. It wears beautifully, it fades beautifully, but it also has a really good staying powder. It actually is a very like matte product, which I love because I don't always want to be super dewy, so it stayed really nicely. And again, it's $32. I will put it down below, some different places that you can purchase it if you're interested, but I really like this, so I'm definitely interested in picking up some more colors for some other looks as well. But anyways, that is it for my little first impression and wear test of the ILIA Color Haze Multi Matte Pigment in Waking Up. Overall, it gets my stamp of approval on a first try basis at least. Let me know down below what other brands or specific products you want to see me test out and review on my channel, or what kind of clean beauty videos you want to see on my channel. Also follow my Instagram down below so you can always be up to date on what I am trying out, and I will see you guys in my next video.